I met a gypsy.
And so there's some times in there too. The cool one was the Gordon Keck video where you just went to LA and you did that jump. That thing fucking blew up. That's like 1 point something million.
Yeah.
But you can actually, for me, like coming from the production sort of world in a sense, I can actually see like some really good direction. There's like a bit where you're kind of like, you're pointing guys around. I'm like, fuck, there really is some like director style shit that's going down there. And I think it just sort of comes naturally to you. And there is guys that I've worked with where they are just like natural kind of directors in a sense. So I don't know if you've like kind of ever thought of yourself in that light or you think about it in that way.
Now, so yeah, I've just done so many videos now, and I know what I would like to see, and I know what the people would like to see. So like I'll position my homies in a certain manner or tell them that we should do it this way, and I do give them direction. I am kind of a director, and I'd like to see it a certain way. I'll shoot it a certain way, and I think that's just we're so consistent with it, and I film so much during the week. When I do like a 20 to 30 minute vlog, there's normally about 2 to 3 hours of footage, and it gets cut down to 30 minutes, just like cutting all the fluff out. So like I'm just so used to it, and I know what everyone wants to see that I don't really boss them around, but I tell my homies, I'm like, yo, we should do it like this, like that. Yeah. It's going to be beneficial for us. They go with the fly. They're just stoked to be there, ride dirt bikes, and just hang out, you know? They see the big scheme of what it is, but they don't see the full big picture. They're just there, and if I was like, yo, go jump this jump, we'll go do this shit, they're like, all right, yeah, cool, we'll do it. We trust you, because like I've kind of instilled that in them. They trust the direction we're going because they see it, and they're just enthused to be there. So sometimes I'm like director guy for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it comes across. Have you thought about, I guess like probably a bigger conversation about like your future in general, but I don't know, like has that ever crossed your mind, like maybe stepping out and taking on a project that is of like a more, I guess like cinematics deal, or more that, I don't know, more in that lane and kind of like pushing that side of you? Like maybe it's not for your brand, like maybe it's for somebody else, and it's like you kind of take the vision and you take like those skills and, you know, get a team and kind of do something that's more in that lane, like flex that muscle a little bit. Because like you said, maybe it doesn't fit in your content, but it's like there's a muscle there that, you know, that can be flexed.
Yeah, I actually have never thought of going that direction. Now you bringing it up, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I'm for sure like be down to try anything, maybe consult for someone or show them, you know, we do things in a certain manner. I think your brand could look well, or you could make a cool video. This is all the knowledge and power I have. This is what I think, and watching the way everything unfolds. I've never actually thought about going that way at all. I've just always thought about like taking this thing as far as we can. And the biggest thing is building the brand. Ever since I started, the merch was just for fun, and the merch just is keeps the money flowing just so we're able to do this. But now I want to create like a legitimate brand with Buttery, and say you never even knew who I was or what we did. You just thought the artwork was cool, or the image that we've created was cool, or the concept. You could just go buy that thing, you know, online. You're like, damn, I want a piece of that, just because you back what's going on. So I'm really pushing the brand to try to make it as big as we can and less merchy, more like a legit brand that you would look at and think is cool.
Dude, yeah, you've 100% got that. Like that's right there at your fingertips, and that'll just be a matter of like you just drilling down on that in the same way that you drilled down on like the video stuff. I actually put out a thing on my YouTube and just said like, if Buttery did the podcast, what would you want to know? And so many people said 1 year, 5 year, 10 year plan. It was like a very
really?
Frequent comment, because I think like, I mean, you're just in such a cool position because there's almost like this no expectation because of the way that you've shot your content. It's like, this is just the dude that's fucking riding with the homies and the iPhone filmer. And so it's like you just fly so heavy under the radar. But everybody that knows you or is like a legitimate fan and like watches your shit, they know that there's a crazy high ceiling. So I think that's probably where that question comes from, is that there's an element of people like wonder, or I guess maybe knowing that you've got so much more in the tank than what you're doing right now, even though what you're doing right now is fucking insanely legit.
That's cool that people think there's a longevity in it, because if they're thinking that, that's what I believe too. I think, the internet could go forever. We could do this as long as we're having fun with it and turning the gears. I don't think it's ever going to stop. So it's cool that people see that, because I plan on going to the top with this thing. I think the biggest thing would just be if we had more money and to budget, do like maybe some crazy YouTube videos, buy Teslas, jump them in LA on purpose because we thought that shit was cool or whatever, connect with different influencers or people with a following or a stature just to grow moto and teach dudes how to ride, or just go link up with them and see how they do it. And then, like I said, just pushing the brand to make the brand legit and make sure the ball's in my court right now, and I'm in a very special position, and I'm so grateful for it. And I can't believe it's worked out the way it has. So I don't want to mess it up. So I kind of just I take it day by day and just have fun with it, and always think, this thing, there's something here. We should take this thing serious and take it as far as we can. As far as content, riding, I'd like to be a better rider. I enjoy riding. I'm not the best rider by any means, but I just have fun with it and try to work on my craft and improve my skill every day and just become a better, safer rider in general. And that's sure Medium Boy wants to do the same thing. We're truly having fun, progressing, videos, riding, and then just with the fans. I can't believe it's this big, but the fans back us, so we back them. So I'll do this. I'll be a YouTuber for 10 years if they want me to. I don't want to do it for 10 years, but if they want me to, I'll do this shit for 10 years.
That's so sick. So what do you see, like, so obviously, you've got like the merch side of things going now, and you want to like kind of push that bigger, but do you spend much time thinking about like the future and like say 5 years, sort of 10 years?
I really don't. I should more so, just to prepare myself, prepare myself, because you never know what could happen. The biggest thing I do now is just try to be smart with the money I have and invest it in the right way. But I live so day to day, and all I ever think about is like maybe a week in advance, like what video could we do or what could we do that'll be cool that people will like. Now that you ask the question, I mean, I just see myself doing exactly what I'm doing 5 years from now, just on a bigger scale, maybe like just more people watching. We have more bikes. We have maybe a bigger team of homies. Like, we're all just coming up together. We're just still being organic, but doing what we're doing just in a bigger fashion, in a bigger scale. But as far as like looking forward in the future, I think we could do this for 5-10 years.
Oh yeah, definitely, dude. Yeah, I mean, fuck, bro. I think that you've definitely got maybe a bigger future than even you see for yourself. And there is a balance to be had there, though. Like, I think that living in the moment and just like concentrating on like the shit that's right in front of you right now, like that's a huge thing that people get wrong. Like, so many people kind of like live in the future too much, in the sense that they're like, I guess because it can get you down in a way, like if you're not where you want to be, because in reality, like, you just are where you are, and the thing that's going to get you to whatever future you're dreaming of is right here in the moment. So I think there's a lot of people that kind of like fumble the ball a little bit in that sense. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, like maybe you've actually got a bigger future than you even think of, and it could like happen quicker than you think,
That'd be cool, man. Like I said, it's all day to day, and it's just being consistent and realizing, like you said, everything just right now. I'm living in the moment. We're on this podcast. Someone new is going to watch this. You give me the opportunity. Maybe I created a new fan. You live in each moment, and you take advantage of exactly what you have and make the best of each day and the best of each opportunity. And obviously you want to always set yourself up and think in the future and like what your end goal is. But as long as you're having fun, enjoying it, and you stay motivated and consistent, that's what people, they're like, yo, how'd you YouTube or whatever the case? I'm like, dude, nothing's overnight. Nothing cool is overnight. If it was that cool, once you reached it, it wouldn't even, it wouldn't feel that cool. You earned it in one night. Like, everything that's worthwhile takes time and consistency and just grind it out, and just then when you earn it and you get there, it's super rewarding. But you just set a new goal and try to reach new goals. You never stop. If you're not ever evolving and recreating yourself and the things that you'd like to do or see yourself, you'll get stagnant and get stuck. So we just we're going all the way to the top with this if we can. And if I have a cool future, like if everything got taken away from me, yeah, I'd be bummed because it's all right here, and I would only get taken away if I let it. But I could go back to, you know, working construction and just chilling with my boys again. But I think we got something special, so, and we're going to take advantage of that and take it all the way.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.